unless there's any other questions to be asked.
Is there anything else?
Ask the other one.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, if we could, Jennifer, you or somebody over there could let David come on out. And at this point, I want to ask Ms. Artz if she would explain why the third candidate, just so the public understands why he's not here. Ms. Artz?
Yeah, I think I'll wait for David. Maybe. Okay. Our other candidate withdrew today, and he did not ask me to make any comments or provide any explanation. This is entirely my choice. If you haven't realized it already, I was very pleased to have Richard Reed interested in becoming our next county administrator. I saw him as a caring, energetic, and enthusiastic public servant with well-honed professional skills and invaluable experience as a government manager in several jurisdictions. And I personally am convinced that he could have helped our county in innumerable important ways. I'm very disturbed that he has withdrawn his application, and for me personally, our county's future looks less bright without Richard Reed or someone like him in it. And if you want to fully understand why Richard Reed withdrew his application for county administrator, I encourage you to speak with him personally. I have spoken with him at length 4 times in the past week, including Saturday and Sunday night. I said everything I could think of to persuade him to give us a chance. But his comfort level, and that was words he used, his comfort level was not high enough with either this board or with this county. And initially, Mr. Reed made clear his interest in us. He traveled here for his first interview on his own dime. He gave up 1.5 vacation days, which is precious time that he would have spent with his wife and 2 young sons that he sees only on weekends and vacations. So he showed his sincere interest in our county, a county he knows from his FSU days. After interviewing him individually, we collectively ranked him number 1. But instead of wooing him, I think we snubbed him, and these are my words, he didn't say that. We asked him to spend another precious vacation day on us, and we wouldn't help him out with his travel expenses for a return trip. When I made a motion to reimburse him for mileage, I couldn't even get a second for discussion. And I think, again, my words, Rich's reasonable interpretation was that this board wasn't really very interested in him, that we didn't consider it worth a few $100s to bring him back, that we weren't willing to make the same commitment to him that he had already made to us. I personally think we were penny wise and pound foolish. We saved a few $100s, and we lost a manager who successfully led Davenport out of a state of financial emergency, which we're on the brink of. A manager who recently saved Delray Beach $2.8 million. A manager who could have helped our county, I think, save hundreds of thousands of dollars, because he's done it before. He hasn't just dreamed about doing it for a county. But in all fairness, it wasn't just our board's lack of interest in and commitment to him that I think drove him away. It was also our county and our county's reputation that Rich didn't feel comfortable with. I sometimes hear people lament about our county not being business friendly, but I think it's far worse than that. Our county has a well-deserved reputation for nasty politics and character assassination. I'll never understand why some of our citizens seem to have so little tolerance and goodwill and treat others with such negativity and hostility, never seeing the good, the considerable good that is in most people. And I'm shocked by some of the things that I hear said in this chamber and some of the things that I read in print, because that's simply not the way that anyone should talk to or about other people. And amazingly, some of the worst offenders actually seem to think they're helping or protecting our county. But I think they're wrong. I think they're hurting our county in many serious ways. Also very hurtful to the well-being and the future of our county is the strong prejudice against anyone not local, however variously that may be described. Anything that contributes to an us versus them mentality is incredibly narrow-minded and destructive. Richard Reed was looking for a nice community, a place where he could reunite his family and raise his young sons, a place where he could stay for a long period of time and contribute professionally. And I think he concluded, again, these are my words, that Wakulla County was not the kind of community that would truly welcome him, appreciate his considerable knowledge and skills, give him a fair chance to prove his worth, work with him to accomplish desirable goals. Sadly, I think he's probably right. I think the deck was stacked against him, and I think some of our hatchet men and women were already sharpening their blades, ready to tear another person down, no matter how inaccurate or incomplete or insignificant the information. Some other community, a luckier and nicer community, will end up hiring Rich Reed. And our little county will continue to struggle on, mired in mud, and get left further and further behind. So I'm grieving now for our county, and I'm trying very hard not to think about what might have been. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.